sort of thing anyway.
It was a screen, we called it a screen. And it went over it, and the coal went down through, and there's stones that were big remained on the top, and they were taken through to the one side, and then the rest of the coal went on ahead, and it was put in a pile, took away from there with an old what do they call it? JCB. JCB in a bucket, and lifted it there and stacked it somewhere else on, which was discovered that it was a very dangerous thing to do, because this coal hated. This coal hated when there was no ventilation in it. It hated, and it would have went on fire and burned the whole inside out of this big pile. There was a whole big pile of it there along the Derry Road there, where Brown had found one thing. And Francie Kelly got the rest of the fella. Francie Kelly walked over across this morning to see what way things was going, and he just had got off it on this side here. The whole fucking thing fell into an inferno the like have you never seen, with maybe a couple of 100 tonners slack on coal all lying in the middle of it, and it all burned. He never would have been seen, or he never would have been got like, you know.
Incinerated.
And that was the way the thing went, and there was some very near things in the day. I mean, Francie Kelly, your uncle, Francie Kelly, he would have tested these, walked round this pit before this came about, that we were tested with a lamp, you see. Francie got an old lamp and he walked on it without, and that wasn't good practice, like. That wasn't good practice, but that was all the people knowed. And then they had another system and a way of testing, and it was deadly out of you, because it had some kind of a warning or some kind of a notice that there was jars about there. They put a naked callan on the top of a hutch into jars.
So if it's going to blow up, it's really going to blow up.
Well, that's what happened with James Templeton and John Williamson in Derry, up there in Derry.
Do tell.
And,
what happened there?
They were killed. Okay. They were killed in a pit in Derry there, an old clay pit in Derry, ball clay. It was alive with jars. And there was water. There was water broken in it, you see that big old hole there on the right hand side of the road past Ballinachelly corner there. That was an open cast clay. That was all open cast. There's the depth of the factory chimney there. You know, and they got this water bit out with, there's a box on the bottom of a cage, a big box where it carried maybe 40 gallon. And the cage went down and lifted this here and up and tipped it into a system, an old underground system, same as a sewage. I took it away till the shock that run into the torrent and places like it. And that's the way the water. Then whenever this water had got down, these men went down till see was you safe to work. And they went down and they never got over. Dick Templeton's father had a so you didn't be putting all these things into that. Dick Templeton's father was the manager. He was the working manager there. And he had a 3-foot rule. You know them 3-foot rules? Yeah, and the first entrance into where the old pit was, where the workings were, was framed with railway lines. Do you know railway? That's what supported it. And whenever that there got the railway, it just cracked like that. The timber was a better job than it, like, because there was no warning with it. It just cracked like a whip. But Templeton went down along, the explosion happened. The explosion happened, and they decided they'd have to go down and see what had happened or what had took place. You know, same thing again. Men walking into the place blind, like, you know, they didn't know what to be expecting because there wouldn't be a breath in that there. And their cage was leaving them down into it, and they couldn't. There was very, very high in carbon monoxide No oxygen, whatever, because the whole thing was burned out of it and blew out of it with that explosion. And 14 breaths, we called it damp. 14 breaths of that thing and you were dead man. Wouldn't take you too long taking 14 breaths. 14 breaths you were down. And you see, what should have been done was they should have been tested with a Canary. A Canary, or they have modern equipment now for it, but they used to test it with a Canary. And this Canary would have went down, and if a man was carried in a cage, and when the board tipped off the perch and fell in the bottom of the cage, just time you were out. You know, or a mouse. Them things has a heartbeat of 1,000 beats a second. A Canary has a heartbeat of 1,000 beats a second, and so has a mouse. The same thing. So they detect this deficiency in oxygen maybe 20 times faster than a human being. And whenever he gets a touch, down he goes on. That's
Time to move.
it's time you were out, time you were away.
So this explosion is up at Ballykelly we're talking about.
No, this isn't Derry. That's going through. James Templeton and John Williamson was killed in Ballykelly.
Right. So what about Derry?
Well, there was nobody killed in Derry.
Right.
Hughie Devlin got a wee bit of a scare one time. I don't know. I said it was a wee bit of a minor explosion, but it couldn't have been too bad, like, because if you got an explosion in there, you were having an explosion, like, you know.
Well, going back to the one in Ballykelly, when was that? That them two boys got killed in it?
Oh, now you're talking about.
Was that before your time or?
No, I meant it well. Oh no.
You weren't in the mine at that time, were you?
No, no, it was at school. I mind seeing that the two funerals went in New Mills. They were Presbyterians and they went in New Mills.
Yeah.
And that was that's as much as I can mind about my father. The father was working on the pit at the time. But
So you had no accidents really in the pit here and there?
no serious accidents. Liam, 4-year Liam O'Neill got his leg broken at one time. There's some old thing broke and fell on him. But there never was nothing. Till you see, the system, the stuff wasn't going away fast enough. Did you know?
To leave it weak enough to collapse?
Aye, as simple as that.
Well, why was that? Because the seam wasn't as what you did maybe in England
No,
or
well,
Ireland?
it wasn't that well. It was take a long time to get that like that organised, like, you know. Yes.
But do you see there, whenever you talk about the gas and all there, what did they do then when gas was detected? How did they get rid of the gas?
I got rid of the gas with fans and stuff of that nature. Fans on the blue, and then they put a circulation shaft. There was a circulation shaft put in from the pit right up out to the front of the brickyard there, and it caused a
sort of chimney effect.
Oh, that's right. That's exactly what it done, and it helped it on an old buggy running up and down it would have caused a big effect there, like, you know. And you see, I think the old farmhouse. I built the farmhouse on overtime and the evenings and that's where the circulation was. Where it was right down into where we were, and the shaft came down there and in and out through these places and up. They caused a draft the same as it flew.
Going back to the distance you walked in the morning, if you walked 20 minutes or half an hour, well, you must have walked at least a mile.
Well, you'd have been walking not far off it, like.
It had to be at least.
We would have you could have counted from walking from the time you got on the old cage,
Yes.
you know, on down, and you went across this thing here, and you went down 1,000 foot that road there, and you could have went the same that road there. So it was 1,760 yards in a mile.
Has anybody any idea where any of these main shafts are under the town?
Well, there was no problem. That's all mapped.
Right?
That's all mapped. That there would all be on records in Kelly's yard there. That's all mapped. Maybe the ministry would have records of that. But the boys that was down having a drink there in McKenna's and them places, they were lifted off the stool with us blowed in there, according to what you were. Oh, you'd hear them going boom. You know, and there's nights that have been a real lot of shots, like, you know.